We have started doing a show and tell on Mondays. Every week we try and bring an item in that we can share the story about, like, what makes this item special, why we've hung on to it for so many years, or whatever the case might be. So what did you bring today?
Well, I've got a poster in my office, which is it came from, it was sold as a Subway poster of a band called the Deftones. One of my favorite bands of all time. At my previous station, I got to do a lot of shows, and I never got a chance to meet them until this one particular time. An ex-girlfriend of mine who was working for a record company hooked up this meet and greet with them.
Oh, cool.
That I got to go, and it was just I got to hang out with the band, and they autographed this poster. Now, this thing is like, so they call it a Subway poster, so it's large in size. I don't know if it's like 6 feet by 3 feet, it's big.
It's huge.
Right, and I've brought this everywhere that I've went, different houses that I've lived in, and it's all frayed and tattered, and I wanted to get this thing framed, but they say it's like $400 to frame it, so,
Oh my gosh.
I haven't done that yet, but their bass player, too.
Just to buy, like, a frame big enough?
Well, it has to be done in, like, a frame store. I don't think you can buy just a frame to put this in.
What? There's got to be a frame you can put that in.
I don't know. I've got a lot of stuff framed in the past. I used
go
to
go to Michael's.
Okay, I'll have to check that
serious.
out. Yeah, I will.
I'm serious, because I get a lot of I've got some pretty big things framed, and I've got my frames at Michael's for pretty cheap.
I used to go to this, I can't remember which store it was. It was in some mall in the cities that I used to get a bunch of stuff framed, and they quoted me like $400. And I guess I never got a second quote because I was like, man, if that's how much they are, because they were pretty reasonable.
What were they framing it in? Gold?
No, but maybe it was. The bass player for the band just recently passed away this last year. He was in a car accident and was brain dead for many years. So he's on this poster, and they're just I just like the uniqueness of the poster itself too. It's an import poster, so it's not something that you can typically buy over here in the States. I got it through my ex who worked for the record company, so it's it's got sentimental value. I like it. So
cool.
Yeah.
Today for Faux and Shell. Faux and Shell.
We've been drinking.
Today for show and tell, I brought in a little photograph. And it's a picture of me and any guesses?
Zach Galifianakis.
Or so it appears to be. This picture is so funny. So when we went to my very first time going to Las Vegas, I didn't know that there were like these people that hang out on the strip that charge you to take pictures. Like me being a virgin to Vegas, we're walking down the strip and I'm like, oh my God, this guy's costume is amazing. Like, here, honey, take a picture with me. And he's like, hey, they don't do that for free, by the way. So I had kind of like this lesson of like, oh, so all these people who are dressed up on the strip are doing it because they want your money to take a picture with them. Now I understand. So then, like, I was very picky about like if I took any pictures.
Yeah, if you're going to pay for it, you want to get.
But when we were walking down the strip, I run into this guy, and he looks exactly like Zach Galifianakis. And this was right when The Hangover had come out.
Sure.
So he was walking around on the strip, and I gave him like $20 for a picture because he was the best looking impersonator on the strip.
Can you imagine? Like, I bet that guy just made a killing that day.
Totally.
Or any day that he's out there, really.
Oh, absolutely. And what's funny about it is there's people that I worked with up north who to this day still think I met Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, yeah, you don't even tell them that he was an impersonator?
I did.
Oh, they're just too... See, they're just slow.
Yeah, I was like, but they just didn't pick up on the fact that I was like, no, but it's because they're like, look, it's the Hangover guy. Like, this girl in our building met the Hangover guy in Vegas. How crazy. You guys, he doesn't walk around in Vegas with the same outfit on that he wore in the movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
And if you want to check out more of the Loon Morning Show, go to 1037theloon.com.